Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Judy and I'm the running so-and-so. And welcome to Vlogmas. Now, I'm going to attempt to vlog every day. You might get 2 or 3 in one day, but here goes, let's give it a go. So, I decided long and hard, I've thought about this. Thought long and hard about Vlogmas and thinking the best way to do this. And thinking, what am I going to tell you? What am I going to show you? And I thought I would do some decorations for my sewing room. And what came to mind was some Christmas trees. I love Christmas trees, and I thought it would be really nice to create some bunting using my sewing machine and using the embroidery unit. So my aim is to do some bunting with 24 different Christmas trees. I'm being attacked from behind by Maggie, you can probably see her down there. 24 different Christmas trees. I've got all the threads, I've got all the fabric, I've got the bunting template, I've got the sewing machine ready. And I thought I would get on with that. But before I do, I am also going to introduce you to my advent calendar. I've already filmed the bit where I take out the first pod. I've got myself an espresso advent calendar. And the first pod I will show you. I've done a little film with the first pod coming out. And while the sewing machine's sewing, I thought I would have a cup of coffee. I thought I'd have an advent calendar. I haven't had one for years. So there you go, an espresso one. So, 24 different Christmas trees, and then I thought I would take you out and around a little bit and show you something of what's around my locality. I've been absolutely blown away this year by the number of Christmas lights that I've seen. This morning when I drove to work through the village of Weldrake near York, on my way to Elvington, I was just blown away. That village is so beautiful. If you're ever in the area, you just need to drive down Weldrake Main Street. It's such the most beautiful village. In the spring it's full of flowers, and this morning it was full of Christmas lights. And a little bungalow on my way over to Weldrake had got Christmas lights in the driveway, in its driveway. And then tonight I've just gone to shut my curtains to discover that my neighbour Alex has gone and put lights up on his garage. And I get all the benefit. It's brilliant. Sadly, where my house is, there's no point in me putting any lights up on the outside. Now, decorating my house is another thing. I struggle with that. David always used to do the decorating of the house, but I do it, and I do enjoy doing it, but I don't do it early. I never have done. David was one that he'd have had Christmas decorations up in October if he could have done. He used to love Christmas. I'll put everything up. I'll do it all. Don't you worry. I'll deal with it. No, he didn't. He got them out the box. He got the paper. The paper went everywhere. Then he went to work and I had to put it all away. And then at the end of Christmas, I had to pack it all away again. So now Christmas is very contained and very ordered. So I know exactly where it is. It comes out the box, the stuff goes back in and it goes away. No problem. I haven't got OCD, except when it comes to Christmas decorations. And then one very big confession. My daughter said to me, Mum, are those the Christmas lights behind the television? And I went, yes. She went, have they been there all year? And I went, I not put them away, they're still behind the television. Did you try them and they still work? So the tree lights are already in the living room. They've been there for a whole year. Nobody's noticed. Mind you, we have had lockdown. So, you know, I'm going to put them away, but I haven't. Anyhow, I'm now being stared at by a dog. So what my aim is now is I'm going to put the camera through time. I'm going to film, and it's going to be time-lapsed, and I'm going to show you what it is that I am embroidering today. All being well, you should be able to get a good view. Now, I have had some questions and requests for machine embroidery using these embroidery units that come with your sewing machines. I am doing a collaboration. I have the footage from Sew Jojo Sewing and Crafts. I think she's very new to YouTube. I've known Jo for many years. We used to camp next to each other on this beautiful campsite in Cornwall. And I heard this noise in the morning. I think I might have already told you this, noise in the morning. It was Jo. And I was like to David, Jo's got a sewing machine in her tent. And he went, don't you go getting any ideas. And I was like, well, I've got the yarn, you know. Anyhow, Jo has really kindly filmed herself. And I've looked at her footage, it's absolutely excellent. And I'm going to put it through. And she's got the Janome Atelier 9 sewing machine. And then I'm going to ask Rachel from Stitched Up if she will do some for her faff. And then we will be able to put out a video where there's 3 different sewing machine makes with their embroidery styles going through, so you can see. Because it's all very well, somebody might have said to me, can you show me how you do the embroidery? Yeah, it's fine, I can do it brilliantly for the Bernina, not a problem. Not quite certain how it works for the Janome, not quite certain how it works for the faff. I don't know anybody who's got it for the brother. If you've got a brother machine and you'd like to take part in my collaboration, please do send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. And then we can really help anybody that really wants to do the machine embroidery on their machines. Because that's what we're all about here in the sewing community. It's about helping each other. So, no further ado, let's get going, see what happens. So, you saw me put my coffee cream up. This is my first coffee from the Marvellous Nespresso Advent Calendar. I thought I'd have a coffee every time that this thing is sewing, but this is quite a large coffee and I actually like my coffee black, so I get the flavour from it. First flag made. Where's it gone? It's here. Cut out. I'm going to, next thing I'm going to do is cut out the backing and then get ready to sew it onto my beautiful binding that I got. So here it is, my first bit of Christmas bunting. And I am really going to push this through and try and get this on because I'm so excited. It's on my first Vlogmas. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this when I've just been waffling away. Done that, dear. But when I sew with just an ordinary running stitch, I actually sew on a 3.3.5. I find that it doesn't pull the material, it doesn't pull the thread, it gives a nice even stitch, but if you have to take anything apart, it's a bigger stitch, easier to see. I've got failing eyesight. Actually, I must tell you this, yesterday I went to see the podiatrist yesterday about this foot, because I had this accident in June and I was on crutches for 8 weeks. Basically, oh, what have I done? Oh, I've managed to, that's a very clever thing to do, Judy. Have you managed that? It's because you're talking and not concentrating. Anyway, he looked at my foot and he told me that I was doing too much running. No. He told me I had to watch when I was running and not to do too much and too far. But then he said, basically, you've damaged your foot and you're not getting any younger. Thanks. I know I'm not getting any younger. Typical. Anyway, it did make me laugh. My boss thought it was very funny when I told him when I got back. Anyway, we've gone through. So there is the first flag. What I have done is I like to overlap my bunting, so there's a little cross there. But there's the first flag of my Christmas bunting for Vlogmas. So thank you for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow with my next flag on my string of bunting, and then hopefully on Christmas Eve I'll be able to string it up around my lovely sewing room put it up on the windows there. Can you see my windows? And all the way around the doors and behind me where the sewing machines are. Have a great day tomorrow, and you've had a lovely day today, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for Vlogmas part 2. See you later.